Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Melting Smiley Face. That sound you hear in the background is the AC. I'm not going to turn it off because it is hot as hell, so y'all are just going to have to deal. Anyway, so I haven't posted on this channel in quite a while. Well, it's not been that long, but I haven't posted on this channel because after the last video that I posted, I had exams, and then like immediately after exams I had to fly to LA for my sister's graduation, and I've been in LA for like 2 weeks having a great time. And then I came back last week and I didn't really feel comfortable, not really uncomfortable, but like I didn't have a good setup to film my videos. So now that I have a better-ish setup, I'm going to continue to film videos. I'm going to try to find a way to strike better lighting because I do not like the light. Like, I'm looking at myself right now as I'm recording this and I hate it, but we move. Anyway, so my trip to LA. So it was a connecting flight. I stopped in Indianapolis, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I stopped in Indianapolis and I was supposed to have literally a 2-hour layover and then go to LA. But guess what? My flight kept on getting delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and got delayed so much that my flight just ended up getting canceled, like fully canceled. They had to fly in another plane from somewhere else the next morning in order to get me to LA. So because my flight kept on getting delayed and then it got canceled, the the airline that I flew with offered me and everyone else who got their flight delayed, everyone else, we got offered the opportunities to stay at a hotel that the airline would be paying for. They'd pay for our room and board, and then we would come back to the airport the next day in order to fly. So I did that. It was fine, I guess. I was just really annoyed because I thought that my sister's graduation was early in the morning, so I got nervous at the idea that the plane would need to like fly in and take us there, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss her ceremony. But after I talked to her, I found out that her ceremony was like late in the afternoon, so luckily I was able to be there. So when I first arrived in LA, I've been to LA one time before also to see my sister, and maybe because I hadn't been to LA much, it slipped my mind, but like it actually does get cold there. Like when I think of LA, I think of sun every single day, but when I got there I was so cold, like unnecessarily cold. And the thing that I was wearing, the outfit that I was wearing to her graduation, it was not like something that wasn't insular, but it was a lot more like light, because I was like, oh, it's gonna be in the sun, I don't want to wear something too heavy. So we ended up going to her graduation ceremony, and it was outside. So we went to her graduation ceremony outside, and I was just like shaking in my boots, waiting for them to call her name so that like we can leave, because I was so cold sitting in that stadium. But they called her name. She graduated with a master's. Everybody clap for her. Exactly. And right after that, we went to a restaurant. I can't remember what the restaurant is called, but it was really, really good. Like, it was really good. My sister, one thing about my sister, she always take her food recommendations. She knows where is good to eat. So that was pretty much my first day in LA, and then I went to sleep, and that was it. So throughout the rest of my stay in LA, these are some things that I got to do. So after we left my uncle's hotel, because my uncle flew in from New York to be at my sister's graduation, and his hotel was in Hollywood. So I was like, oh, we're in Hollywood, let's go to the Walk of Fame. And we did. We went there. I saw a bunch of like names on the street. It was not what I thought it was gonna be. Low-key, Hollywood is not, like, it didn't give me the image that I thought Hollywood was gonna give me. It just kind of looked like Times Square. Like, not really, because it's missing like the big element of Times Square, which is like the billboards plastered literally everywhere. But there are like panhandlers. It's kind of dirty. It's kind of like completely underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. If you're really into like the twinkle and the tinsel of Hollywood, then the neighborhood of Hollywood in LA is kind of underwhelming. But we went to the Walk of Fame. We just walked around. I took a picture with of no, not of. I took a picture with a guy with a snake, and then my sister sent it to my mom, and my mom freaked out. She was like, "I thought I told you to stop touching snakes," because I have another picture of me with a snake. I don't know why everyone is so scared of snakes. Like, I think they're like, they can be okay if they're defanged. Like, it's fine. So we were looking for some souvenirs at gift shops. I saw like these little Oscar souvenirs, and I wanted to get one so bad, but my sister said she was looking for me, and she wanted to give me one that said Best Actress, because I want to be an actress, and she didn't find it, so I was kind of sad. But it was like, whatever. We saw the Walk of Fame, and then I can't even remember what we did after that day, because it was kind of like Monday and it was kind of boring, which was okay. Like, not every day needs to be exciting, but we just walked the Walk of Fame and then went back home. The next day, I believe, we were supposed to go to Disneyland, and oh my god, I was so excited because obviously I've never been to Disneyland before. My sister's never been to Disneyland before. Her friend, who was also in LA for her graduation, that was staying with her, never been to Disneyland before. No, actually, her friend had been to Disneyland before. So we all wanted to go and have this experience, but we got to the actual place. We went through the gates, and then we went to the front gates, and then we realized that, first of all, you have to like book a reservation for Disneyland, which makes absolutely no sense to me because it's a theme park. Like, you should just be able to pay your access to get in and then be able to go on whatever rides, but like, it's a weird scheduling thing. We got there and we realized that there was no more schedules for like the Disneyland park. There was schedules for the action adventure park, which is like different. I guess it's the one that doesn't have the castle, and we really wanted to see the castle, so we came back, I think the next day or 2 days after that. We booked it. We were able to get into the part with the castle, and it was underwhelming is not the right word. I would say that our trip to Disney would definitely have been more magical if we had gone there when we were kids, because the first day that we got there that we weren't able to get into like the Disneyland park, we went to downtown Disney, which was just a bunch of like gift shops and restaurants. And I was like, oh, when we get to go to the actual park, it's going to be so much fun. But we stepped into the park and it was also like gift shops galore, like a lot of gift shops. And I was just like, well, it was a lot of lights. It's very pretty, but like, it was kind of underwhelming. We did get to see the castle, so that was great. We took a bunch of pictures next to the castle. For the rides, also kind of underwhelming. I think we went on, was it Space Mountain or Thunder Mountain? We went on Thunder Mountain. It was okay. We went on Teacups. Also okay. The only rides that we went on that I did genuinely enjoy is we went on this Mickey and Minnie like immersive adventure ride, which was, listen, when they say immersive, it was immersive. It was so much fun. There were so many visuals, so many mechanics. Like, you felt like you were in there. There was one part where like you go into this place where I think her name is Daisy is, and she's doing the cha-cha, and like your car is like shaking and moving as she's doing the cha-cha as if we're like dancing with her. It was very fun. I would go again. Honestly, if I were to go back to Disneyland, I probably won't go back to Disneyland, but if I were to go back to Disneyland, I would go to the Mickey Mouse Adventure again because it was fun. Then we went to some other rides that, again, I cannot remember because they were so boring. I think we went on one, no, actually we went on two Star Wars rides. The first one was kind of boring. It was also supposed to be an immersive adventure, but it was not really that immersive to me. I also don't care about Star Wars. Like, I've never been a Star Wars fan, so I really did not care about that. But we went on another Star Wars ride. I think it was Space Thunder Mountain or something like that, and it was more fun because it was more roller coaster-y, which my sister and I both agreed on this. One of the main reasons why we did not enjoy Disney as much as we thought we were going to is because the roller coasters are not roller coastery. It's a great place if you're a fan of Disney because it's very much Merch City, but if you are a fan of the roller coaster aspects of theme parks, then Disney is not it. It really did not have like really roller coasters. It was just kind of whatever, to me at least. But Space Mountain, I think that's what it's called, was actually fun. It was a very roller coaster. I would go again. What else did we do at Disney? Oh, we got souvenirs, but not from the day that we went to the actual park. It's from the day that we went to downtown Disney, because we did go to the like merch shops, and I got a pair of Mickey ears, but they were themed after Alice in Wonderland, which is my favorite Disney. Can it even be classified as a Disney movie? Maybe, but it is one of my favorite Disney movies. So I got those Mickey ears. Actually, I'll get them. Aren't these so cute? You guys can't really see them well because like the light that's reflecting off of them is kind of like distorting what the picture is, but it's Alice and it's themed around Alice in Wonderland. So this cute little bow, and I really enjoyed this. One of my favorite souvenirs. It was a fun time because I got to spend it with my sister, not necessarily because the park itself was fun, but I really do cherish this memory. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you, because we were so hungry because we went there late. So by the time we got there, it was all doom and gloom. Like, we couldn't even get too good of a picture of the castle because it became nighttime really, really fast, because we went there after my sister was done work. So it was really dark. It was kind of hard to see, and all the lighting around was like, you know, that restaurant dim lighting, like that dim mood lighting, which I, by the way, hate with a passion. I'll talk about that later, because we went to a lot of restaurants and quite a few of them did have that like dim-ish lighting, and I'm like, this is terrible. I hate it here. Anyway, moving on from that, we were so hungry at the park that we wanted to get one of those like giant turkey legs that you see at like Ren fairs or any amusement park. We had to go like 4 different places. We were basically running around like chickens with our heads cut off because every other place that had the turkey leg was closed for some reason. So we kept going from place to place to place. We eventually found it. My sister and I basically devoured the turkey leg because we were so hungry. And then we went on a couple more rides and then we left. But all in all, a great experience. I can't believe I almost forgot. I lost my phone at Disneyland after we went on our last ride for the night, because we went on an Indiana Jones ride and they told us that once we get in the ride we should keep all our stuff in the front pockets of the seat. So I thought I had done that, and when the ride was over and I was trying to get my stuff from the front pocket, I couldn't find my phone, and I was freaking out because I thought it fell down in the ride, because the ride's an actual big structure. Like, I thought I was never gonna find it. But then I remembered that I was wearing my jacket and in the line my phone was in my pocket. Then I remembered that that same jacket, I've had my phone fall out of that jacket pocket before. It was like on the train that it fell down and I completely lost my phone and I had to buy a new one. So I thought that's what happened this time. My phone just fell out in the line. So when we were leaving, we were able to scan a QR code that was like outside the park that you can go to a website and fill out a lost in found form for Disneyland, and my sister helped me fill it out on her phone, and they were able to find my phone and they sent it back to me completely free of charge. So other things my sister and I did is we went horseback riding. I wanted to see the Hollywood sign like every tourist that comes to LA. I wanted to see the Hollywood sign, and my sister found this ranch near the Hollywood sign that basically allows you to ride horses, not necessarily directly up to the Hollywood sign, that's what I thought it was, but like kind of near it. So we got to the ranch. Smelled terrible, which is not surprising, but like I really am baffled at people who are able to raise livestock, because being around the smell of animal bodies, it's just, it's disgusting. I basically had to hold my breath the entire time we were doing this activity because it smelled so gross. But we did go horseback riding. It was, again, also a fun experience. I was scared a bit because the teacher told us basically how to move your horse in order to get it to walk in a specific way, and I don't know if the horses that my sister and I rode could tell that we were sisters, but they wanted to be like joined together at the hip, especially my horse. Like my horse was following my sister at the back so bad that her horse had to use its tail to hit my horse in the face. My horse still didn't move, it was just allowing itself to be hit in the face by my sister's horse's tail. But we went horseback riding. We were going, which by the way, because I was sat behind another horse, I didn't know this, but when horses walk, they literally just like poop as they're walking. Just like they were just pooping as they were walking. We just had to like bear it. Luckily I was not near the horse when it was pooping, so you know, we're all good. But we got to walk this honestly beautiful, like breathtaking trail while we were riding little horses, because it was like a slow ride. While we were riding, there were people who were also walking the trail, so we passed a lot of people walking this really, really long trail and just enjoying the beauty of the nature. What else? No, nothing much. We didn't really get to the end of the trail, and I don't think we were supposed to, because it was only an hour long ride. Well, I think 2 hours, an hour there and an hour back. But if we went all the way to the end of the trail, it would be more than an hour, like maybe even 3 hours. So we stopped, like not necessarily in the middle, but we got to a point where we stopped. We had to turn around and head back. And yeah, it was fun. We took a bunch of pictures. And every single picture that me and my sister posted, because we had the same idea, was to a country song, obviously. You know, we were living our Southern cowgirl dreams. My sister got back in her touch with her Texas roots, because she was born in Texas. I was born in New York. But it was a great experience. And then after that, we just went directly home because obviously, like, oh no, actually we didn't go directly home, but I'll talk about the food in the other part of the video, because like we did eat a lot. So we got food and then we went home. We showered, obviously, to get the smell of like horse off of us. We washed our clothes, and yeah, that was the end of that day. So later in that next week, we went to San Diego because my sister had a work meeting, and I followed her, obviously, because I'm like, what would I be doing at her house alone for like a couple of days? Absolutely nothing. So we went to San Diego for her work conference meeting. I was basically in the hotel room, not really doing much, maybe just like watching TV or going out for a walk to kind of see the area we were around. It was kind of like boring. It was okay. What else did we do? Oh, well, it was the day we were leaving San Diego, so it was not the day we were in San Diego, but basically before we headed back to LA, I wanted to get Thai massages. So we found this place that's like not too far, not too close. We found this place. We both got Thai massages. It was good for me because it was the first time I ever got a massage. Like, I've never gotten a massage before. I got it. They cracked all the bones in my body. And after, I did feel really, really good, especially when they put like the hot stones on my back, because my body just loves heat. Like, my body loves heat. It was so soothing. So after we got that done, we paid, went back to LA, and we pretty much just chilled. A lot of our vacation, apart from like the things we did, was just chilling at home and enjoying each other's company. I really do enjoy my sister's company. I am so glad that we have gotten to a point in our sibling relationship where we're not at each other's throats anymore. Like, we're not kids anymore. We're adults. We're more mature. Of course, we still get into fights sometimes, but for the most part, it's just all love. And I enjoyed that. One of the things we did to bond that I enjoy is that we watched the first season of Bridgerton, not season, first 4 episodes of Bridgerton season 3 together. And then she also, well, didn't put me on, because I still don't watch like the reality TV shows that she does, but we were watching like Listing London, or London, one of those real estate shows, but it was set in London. And then we also watched another reality show about some people in Martha's Vineyard, whatever. But yeah, it was fun. Now let's talk about the food in LA. When I tell you, we went to brunch galore. Well, actually, we didn't go to that many brunches. I think we went to like 3 brunches. But the first day I came, me and her friend went to this diner near her house. She wanted us to go specifically for their hot chocolate, but unfortunately the day that we went, their like coffee machine wasn't working, so they couldn't heat the milk, and they were like, we don't want you to try this hot chocolate without the milk, because that's what makes it special. So we didn't get that. I think I got like orange juice or something, but the food was like, it was okay. It's a diner. Diner food is never really that great. It's better than some diners I've been to, because I remember one diner I went to with my uncle in LA, not in LA, in New York. Terrible. They had the audacity after they served us that terrible meal to ask if we wanted anything to go, and my uncle just looked at them like, you can't be serious, because who wants to take this to go? This is terrible. But yeah, the brunch spots that we went to, one of them, I can't remember what the name is. I can't remember where his name is, but one of them, my sister saw Bella Hadid's dad there, and she pointed him out to me, and I was just like, I don't know who that man is. Like, I don't know why you know who that man is, but apparently that was Bella Hadid's dad, which I guess when you live in LA, you see celebrities all the time. Like, when we went to dinner after her graduation, the restaurant that we went to, she saw will.i.am apparently, and he told her happy graduation or whatever, and that was it. But speaking of that, we also went to another place where we saw the guy who did the documentary about being black in Latin America. We saw him at another restaurant we went to, but I'll talk about that restaurant later. We just had some good brunch, some good mimosas, some really good mimosas. And even as someone who does not drink like that, I would say a lot of the places we went to, they weren't that much, so I was able to drink without getting like completely torn apart. So my sister and I went to this Thai restaurant, which was, when I tell you, the best Thai food I have ever had in my entire life. This is why I keep saying, you need to take food recommendations from my sister. Everywhere she recommends is amazing. We went there with my aunt because she was in town. She came from Vegas and we were hanging out. So Tiffany just wanted to show them this restaurant that they really enjoy, because they also really love Thai food. They have like a staple Thai restaurant in Vegas that they go to that's basically like home for them. So my sister wanted to like convert them over to her Thai place. We went there. Food was amazing. I think I got like rice noodles with some kind of like crunchy, with pork and like chili sauce, I think. I can't remember. All I know is that it was really good. There was this specific dish that was like beef that was stewed over 24 hours, so it's like fall off the bone soft, and comes with this soup. And when I tell you, the beef was so giant, I'm like, who is going to finish that? It was so giant. I couldn't even finish that. And pre bypassed me, couldn't finish that. Both bypassed me, definitely not finishing that. But one of my aunt's kids ordered it. They really enjoyed it. And yeah, next time I go to LA, I'm definitely going to go back to that place because I want to try other things that are on their menu. Because if what I got was that good, then definitely other things they have are going to be that good. So we got smash burgers after we went horseback riding. Also a really good place, and we got it with like a tiny milkshake for both of us to split because I can't eat that much. Like, ever since I got bypass surgery, it reduces my stomach, so there's just not a lot of food that I can eat. So, I didn't eat that much. I had the burger and then half a shake, and then we went home and I basically knocked out because it took a lot out of me. We got Nigerian food at this place called Aduke's Kitchen, I believe. Yeah, Aduke's Kitchen. It was good. She said that they had the best egusi that she has ever tried. I tried it. I'm not gonna lie, it was really good. It was really, really good. I couldn't finish it all in one sitting, so I had to take it home, and I had it the next day. She had jollof rice, and apparently it's like a really famous Nigerian restaurant. Like, a lot of celebrities have been there. I didn't know about it until I went to LA, but I would definitely have it again next time I come to LA. We also had this place called Randy's Donuts. I had like a coconut donut, and she had, was it glazed? I can't remember, but her donut was good. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like the donut I got as much. I feel like maybe I don't like coconut as much as I think I do. I feel like I've been gaslighting myself into believing that I like coconut, so I got the coconut one, and I was just like incredibly underwhelmed. It was kind of like, I guess, but whatever. So on the day I left to come back to New York, I didn't eat anything in the morning because we were going to get brunch after church because my sister really wanted to take me to the church she goes to in LA. I really enjoyed the church. They seem like they do like a lot of like community outreach, and they're more like community focused, which I enjoyed. It was a kind of, not necessarily a short sermon. We did leave before the sermon ended because we had to make sure that we made it in time for my flight, but I did get something out of the sermon that we listened to. I would come back to her church next time I come to LA because I want to feel more of their vibe. It feels like a good place to catch the Lord. Since we were going straight from church to the airports, we didn't have time to do brunch, so my sister just ordered from this place online. We picked up and then we headed to the airport. I was scared because I thought that I was going to miss my flight, and I was also not going to be able to like take the food that I ordered because I really wanted to try what I ordered. But luckily for me, when I got there, my flight got delayed by like 15 minutes, even more than 15 minutes, but I was able to get my food, get on the plane, and make my flight back to New York. All in all, my time in LA was great. I really enjoyed it. I really was so happy to spend time with my sister, and I can't wait to spend more time with her in the future. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of this video. See you guys another time. Bye.